All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final installment of my blind playthrough of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. box with Nick Fury. Let me just fix this. That should be good. Okay. So, yes, this is my blind playthrough of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and we've reached the end. We've reached the final scenario. And I will fully admit, I have a bit of a grievance against final scenarios because they generally result in a overcomplicated setup or overcomplicated gameplay that just kind of goes beyond what I find to be really fun about Marvel Champions. And just looking at all of this, granted, this is all just the packs, but just looking at this and the fact that there's a folder here, I'm a little concerned that this is going to be a bit of an overcomplicated scenario. Let's actually just get all of these. Actually, I think these sit out. Oh, no, these go in. Okay, these sit out. This goes in. I do believe the obligation goes in last, but I never concern myself with that because it never matters. But okay, so we've got Baron Zemo here, who's got 12 hit points, 3 scheme, 2 attack, Thunderbolt traded, and a forced interrupt of when Baron Zemo would be defeated. Reset his hit points to 12 instead. Remove 3 secret counters from among board member environments. Those are these. And he has a flipped over side that I will not get to just in case there's some kind of spoiler, but you do have to flip him over. I do understand that, at least. Now we've got Zemo's Manipulations, which has Baron Zemo, the Baron Zemo cards, the S.H.I.E.L.D. Executive Board, which is this, plus the additional cards I added in. Standard Encounter set have that. 2 modular sets, Scientist Supreme and S.H.I.E.L.D. also have those. And set up Prepare the Evidence, which I forgot to have the book out. It points you to page 18, and then I did look into this just enough to understand, like, okay, what am I doing here? Because I lost this, the cards. They actually were with my collection. They were just like not in the place where I would have immediately looked for them. Which we'll just kind of go through the motions here. Preparing the evidence. I believe. No, prepare evidence, sorry. During the setup, you will be instructed to prepare the evidence. If you are not playing campaign mode, follow the steps under prepare the evidence on page 5. So I'm not doing campaign mode. I'm going to go to page 5. And already, while you should, and I know it very fully well, I am not somebody that sits here and looks the rule book a lot, but you can kind of tell that it's going to be overcomplicated when you have to go to a page in the rule book and then you have to go to another page in the rule book. But, okay, so preparing the evidence. To determine the mole at the start of the scenario, follow these steps. Separate the 9 evidence cards by their card backs into 3 sets of 3. And I may take a picture of this and just kind of like put it up on the screen at some point here. Shuffle each of the 3 sets separately and put one of them into the set with the aim envelope without looking at them. Shuffle the remaining 6 together and put them in the envelope, the S.H.I.E.L.D. envelope, without looking at them. So we're going to do that step real quick. So take everything out. I think I did look at these cards at one point. So we've got the aim and the S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, so all right, so 333, 333, 333. Okay, so I mean this is essentially Clue, right? So we're gonna do shuffle, put one. So that will go into the thing. And this might not be so bad. It's just when you really kind of like sit here and get into the process of, so these go into the S.H.I.E.L.D. one, get into the process of like just setting everything up when you have to do all this, it just becomes a lot. And I just got the box for Shadows over Innsmouth in Arkham Horror, so I've kind of already done this earlier this month. Okay, so those 2 are there. Let me just make sure there's not anything else here. Shuffle the remaining 6 into the... Insert the cards face down with the side of the envelope with the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo face up so that you can remove them later without seeing their faces. Okay, I don't think there's anything else here. Gathering evidence. Okay, So I will keep this off to the side in case we need to refer to it. But my hope is that the rest of the scenario will just point you in the direction of what you're supposed to do. Okay, so we've done that. Put the board member environments into play. If not playing campaign mode, place 2 secrets on each. Okay, so place 2 secrets. So I think we've reached the point. We've prepared the evidence. We've put the board environments into play. If you're not playing campaign mode, place 2 secrets on each of them. Okay, so now I think we are ready to flip this over. Oh, I suppose I should read this too. I have read this, but I didn't have the context of everything else. I was like, I don't know what any of this means. So the main scheme has 12 threat that we will be getting to has 2 per player. So let's just get that out here right now. And the hero response, a response. After the player phase ends, the first player may place 2 secret counters on a board member environment that has no secret counters on it. So these already have secret counters on them. So whatever the mechanism is for removing them, we will get to that at some point, I imagine. Because right now we can't do anything. No secrets on it. 1 instead of in campaign mode. The players may advance to 2A to make their accusation. So evidence cards are not added to the deck once gained. Instead, they provide the players with information about the mole, as well as a setup ability that is resolved by the campaign setup instructions in each subsequent scenario. Okay, so all right, so some of this may have been cut for time just because I was very confused by what was going on. But essentially, what I overlooked here was that you gain a card from here, well, you gain 2 from here, from here, by having these have no secrets on them, adding 2 secrets to them. I overlooked that. I kind of like read it and then I didn't like process it. Get clues from here, move on to the accusation stage where we will be essentially making our accusation like we're playing Clue. We start out with Nick Fury. He is a 4 recovery, 6 hand size, 10 hit points, alter ego. You start with the assault suit face up. You can change the stealth suit form with his ability. The assault suit. You can take threat that we will accrue over the course of the game to add additional damage to attack events or to attacks we make. And then we'll get to the other side. Well, actually, let's just get to it right now. The other side has the gather intel ability. After you do a basic thwart, place 1 threat here. And when you make an attack, you change from stealth suit form to assault form. I think I messed that up in the last game, somewhere along the lines. So I will not be doing a lot of backing up with Nick Fury because I think I'm just going to run into that problem again. But then 2/2/2 stats and the stealth suit form is a upgrade, permanent. When an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. Place 1 threat from that activation here instead of the main scheme if there's 5 or less threat on the card. So we will be getting Baron Zemo, who has a scheme of 3, to be scheming. Be putting some of that threat onto the assault suit form to do stuff with it. But yeah, let's get everything back to where it's supposed to be and do our opening hand. I suppose I should also talk about this. The board members. This is going to be a very crunched board, I think. Okay, so the board members are environments. They have 4 more secrets on them. They already start at 2. They flip this card over, and I can spend energy, or genius, or physical to remove a secret counter from them and heal one damage from a friendly character for the medical chief. Remove 2 threat from a scheme from the surveillance officer, and deal 2 damage to an enemy with the tactical officer. That is a lot of setup to finally get to the game. I knew this one was going to go long. At this point, I've been recording for 13 minutes. I hope that I cut through some of that just because you all don't need to see it. I think it would just be too boring at the beginning, but let's get to the gameplay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should also say I am playing with the pre-constructed deck, except for some changes that I made in the last couple scenarios, and then I realized that Government Liaison was a poor card to have in this deck because it just didn't do much of anything. So I substituted it with is it Heroic Intuition, the one that bumps up my fort. But okay, now that we're looking at this, I want these 2 cards. I feel like I want a lot of these cards. I like that too. And Super Spies is helpful, but we don't have Maria Hill, which means we'll probably mulligan into it if we discard it. Let me see here. So this is tough. I do think this is actually, there's a lot of good to be had here. The thing is, we can only play so many cards. I think I like Sharpshooter. I only have 1 copy of it in the deck. I like Concealed Fire, especially in a scenario where dealing damage is going to help us to handle this stuff, even though we can handle it ourselves. I do. Okay, so that would be my entire hand. Is that what I want to do with my entire turn? This is on board. I think I'm going to spend my first turn just doing that, getting the threat down as much as possible. That would then leave me with 1 other card in my hand that I could do something with. I'm not going to probably be able to activate any of these this turn, but let's do that. Let's mulligan, and this goes off of several cards in my deck, so I don't need to have this Concealed Fire go off right away. I can also do the Spray Fire. I suppose to some degree it doesn't even matter what I draw here, because I suppose, okay, actually it does, because what card am I going to keep? Because one of these I'm going to keep. Alright, so I don't know how powerful Prism Dust is. I don't know if we have any vulnerable minions. I do like the Watch as an extra resource. Okay, so let's move into the first turn. I will go to Stealth Suit form. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm gonna flip over, play out Sharpshooter, these 2. I'm going to Covert Surveillance here. Remove Toothbrush from the scheme. If you are in Stealth Suit form, you may place that threat onto your form upgrade. So put it right there. And I'm left with my Watch, which I'm not going to do anything with. At this point, I don't need to make a basic thwart. I could make an attack. Am I concerned about... Well, I would actually prefer that he not scheme this turn, although that would be helpful. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to do here but to make a basic attack, which means this flips over. I'm not going to use any of the threat. I'm just going to get an attack for 2 onto Baron Zemo and end the turn. So ready back up and draw 1, 2, of course, 3, 4. Okay, so we don't have any. Okay, we have 1 preparation in our hand, but we don't have any other preparations in play. Though I do plan to play the Watch. The only thing is that, okay, I like Maria. Oh, this is tough. Okay, so where I envision my hand going next turn, I think I want to get Maria Hill in play because she acts as a form of thwarting, and oh my god, that goes up by 2. Okay, so that's probably a really good idea. And then maybe we play a practice plan. I think this is what I'm going to do next turn. We'll see. So, like I said, this goes up by, come on, 2 of 12. Then Zemo goes to attack for 2. I'm not concerned with what I'm going to be doing this turn, so I'm going to just defend. And so I'm going to take a damage. I know that. 1 carries over. Then the boost ability is resolve this card's when revealed ability. Oh boy. When revealed, place 1 secret on each board member card. Oh boy. You're really gonna make this more difficult, aren't you? Okay, so boop. Come on. Boop. Okay, so place 1 secret on each board member. Then you may spend X energy resources to prevent. Oh, sorry. You may prevent. Okay, so I didn't even see that. Okay, so I'm just gonna see how this goes. We need to come up with a better place rolls. Okay, so I think let's just scoot everything over just a little bit. This will be the discard pile. This is a very chaotic board. I can already see that. Okay, so we haven't even done the encounter card yet. Okay, so that was just the attack. Baron Zemo attacks me. So base of 2, just 2. So I'm down to 7. I don't know that would have gone much better. I think that is a pretty righteous turn. That's a pretty bad opening turn, to be honest. Suddenly, the power of intelligence is jumping up for me. But what am I going to do here? So I don't have any preparation. So playing practice plan seemed like a good idea, but all of a sudden, I don't have any preparations in place. So it's almost just like, well, I hope I draw into one next turn. So why don't we do this? Why don't we play out Fury's Watch? Because I would much rather have that in play. Then let's play out Maria Hill. Use up our resources plus this. Put out Maria Hill. Keeping Global Intelligence. Now, do I want to play Global Intelligence? I would have to exhaust this. Look at the top 4 cards. I think I would prefer to take this threat, put it on the suit. Kind of just brings us right back to where we were. Now, do I want to... I think I do want to go down to Ultra Ego to stem some of this damage. That was a fast turn. Kind of went by very quickly. I have already started to draw. I think I want this anyway. Alright, so I do feel pretty good about this. I feel very good about this. Okay, so this, and so I think this is where I'm going to go next turn. We'll see. Concentrated Fire and Counterintelligence. Put 2 threat here. Goes to Scheme. Oh, I don't need to worry about that. Goes to Scheme for 3, 4, 5. No boost ability. We are at 7 of 12. It's a good thing that we are focused on thwarting. Hopefully that does not come back to bite us. And our counter card is Gang Up with Surges into Caught Off Guard. Discard a upgrade or support you control. I mean, I'd really like Concentrated Fire to get hit by sharpshooter, but I think that's what we got to do. I like everything else is too important to me. So now it's our turn, and going to Stealth Suit form doesn't make a difference because we're just going to conceal fire. Do I want to heal up is really the real question here. I don't think I do. Flip over. Do Concealed Fire. And I'm going to remove this to get in 6 damage. Bring him down to 4. Then... Oh, that's not... I didn't even use that up. Okay, so... Oh, cool. Okay, so... Let's then... make a basic thwart. Put that there. I could really go for some kind of upgrade on her. I am going to put out Counterintelligence. Then I'm going to make a basic attack for 4. And put Baron Zemo down to 0. At which point his Forced Interrupt happens. He goes back up to 12. And we remove 3 secret counters from among board member environments. I am going to go straight to this. I will clear the Chief Medical Officer. Then turn ends. After the villain phase ends, after the player phase ends. So we do still have to do the ready back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, secret agent seems good. So does counterintelligence. Well, we'll see. We'll see if this is still in play. But okay, so we move to the player phase ends. The first player may place 2 secrets onto an environment with no secrets on it to gain 2 cards from the shield envelope. I'll gain that and that. And I'm guessing I get to look at these because why wouldn't I? So we got wiretap and security clearance. They have setup abilities. We will worry about this going forward. So just wiretap, security clearance. All right, so then we move to the villain phase. And okay, so we're about to add 2 threats. Do I want to prevent that with counterintelligence? I don't. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to have Maria Hill defend against Baron Zemo, base of 2, total of 3. Here goes Maria Hill. My encounter card is Aim Interference. Insight 1. Then place 1 secret on each. May spend a mental reserve. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to prevent that. So I will do this to prevent the ones that would have gone here and here. This one goes up to 3. I'm now seeing the importance of probably using my hand resources to get rid of this stuff. This is kind of the Juggernaut all over again, isn't it? Okay, so without the cards in my hand, move 1 secret from here, deal 2 damage to an enemy. That might be the route. So let's do that. I think that's what we have to do. We just need to go on the offensive here. So remove 2 threat. Goes down to 6. Then we put 1. Oop, oh no, that doesn't work. Okay. Oh wait, no, sorry, from him. 1 threat here. From his gather intel ability. Then pay physical to remove and deal 2 damage to an enemy. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to be very specific here and just try to make sure that I am keeping these down as much as possible. And then I will play out practiced plan, and I'm at that's 7. I could see him very easily. Okay, actually, wait, no. I can see him very. Oh, okay, so that's a response. I can see him very easily scheming to get this up to complete. But I do have counterintelligence, so I'm going to go down to Alter Ego, get myself some extra cards, because I think maybe I should be spending. This is hard. I need to kind of like use cards to build up, but then once I'm built up, I sort of need to just get rid of everything over here. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only had 1 copy of Sharpshooter. Oh no, I have 2, because I took out 2 copies of Under Surveillance. Yeah, okay. Everything in balance. Okay, so honestly, my turn might consist of remove, play out espionage. Because I'm already hitting a lot of what feels like Surge, and that might just be a bad interpretation. So let's put 2 threat here. This goes up to 8. Then he goes to scheme. and schemes for 5. I will prevent 3 of that. So it only goes up by 2. Only. It goes up to 10. Then, in response, I will discard Practice Plan to put Counterintelligence back into my hand. And my counter card is Shield Trooper. So it has Patrol and Vulnerable, so Prism Dust is going to be helpful here. When defeated, the engaged player discards 1 shield ally or support they control, otherwise place 2 threat on the main scheme. So we definitely want to take them out by confusing them. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have a lot of ways to confuse just naturally in the deck. Yeah, we're kind of at it here. Now, I guess the important thing to also think about is the fact that we can move to the next main scheme, but we're kind of doing that blind because we have 2 pieces of evidence. We'd be making a pretty specific accusation. And here's the other thing is I don't know the contents of like the 9 cards we had to pick from. I don't know what any of them are. So I'm sort of making blind accusations. And maybe that's a bad call on my part. Or maybe there's some device that I can look at that will tell me what my options are here. But okay, let's see. Okay, so our turn. Do I still want to follow the plan of... Oh, I suppose I have extra cards now. Would I rather have any of these things? Okay, I think Counterintelligence is a very important card to have. Now the question is, now that I'm in Alter Ego here, I can switch to Stealth Suit form. Do I see myself attacking this turn? I don't. So I think it's probably smart to switch to Stealth Suit form. Is it smart though? Because in Assault Suit form, he schemes. And that seems bad. Oh, Patrol. I did not think about that. I should probably put that on here. Patrol. So I can't even like touch the main scheme. Oh boy. Okay, so I think I might have to do this blind. So I can get. Oh boy. All right. So I paused for a second just to think this over because there's a lot going on here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a Counterintelligence, playing with these 2. I'm going to flip over. This is your hero actions. I might have messed that up last turn. I don't think I did, but I might have. Play out to pay these 2 to remove this, to put 2 damage onto the Trooper. I will attack the Trooper for 2, defeating it. Oh, this flips over. This flips over. Defeat the... I do not have a shield, ally, or support that I control, so I would place 2 threat here, but I'm going to Counterintelligence to prevent that. Then I'm going to remove another thing here. This could go up in smokes for me. I will then end my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This feels like a bad hand. I mean, I guess, yeah, okay. After the villain phase ends, the players may place 2. Okay, so wait. Okay, wait. Let me reread this card. After the player's phase ends, the players may place 2 secrets on a board member with no secret counters on them. To gain 2 cards from the envelope, players may advance to stage 2A to make their accusation. I'm reading this all as 1 because there's no break, which would imply that I can't move to stage 2A unless I've already done the add secrets to something, which means I lose. That was a misunderstanding on my part. Okay, let me just think this through. If this was still out, and I had these cards, I needed to play out counterintelligence. I didn't need to remove... Okay, so I did this to do that. That was 2 damage. I needed to have counterintelligence out. I didn't need to remove a counter from here, which means I could have covert surveillance. How's that? But does that even make a difference? Let me think that through. Okay, so this was out. I've been an alter ego. I suppose it removes 2, which then just puts me back at 10. Yeah, I feel like this was just a losing battle from the beginning. Okay, let me just think that through. Is that... Because I'm willing to be a little lenient with myself, especially on a blind run, if I'm basically walking into a situation where the main scheme, like, I was stupid, I didn't look at the numbers and said, oh, I didn't even realize the main scheme was just going to go off and I was going to lose. I don't want to back up that far, though. I'm willing to back up playing 1 card, but this is a whole thing. I think we've learned our lesson. Let's just try another game. Just because I'd like to get past the first main stage. So we will reset up and we will be right back. All right, and I did realize now that I took all the cards out, I realized that all the symbols are the 3 different cards it could be. So I suppose you're just going, I have this, this, and this, so, or, you know, whatever. So whatever I'm missing among these symbols is what it is, which is helpful. Oops, right here. Okay. So we've got these. Oops. Got those right back where they're at. Okay, so let's do this again and make a party of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I think we've learned our lesson. I do think it's important to build out. We should be building out over concerning ourselves with see, I don't even know that's a good idea. Okay, so let's see. So I think I want to play Safe House. I think it's probably a good idea to play Covert Surveillance. I only drew 5 cards. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to keep those and hope that... Yeah, this is damage. I'm going to have Prism Dust as a clutch card here. All right, so let's ask ourselves, on the first turn, what are we doing? I think the first turn we're just playing out these 3 cards, none of which is attacking. So, oh wait, okay. So we got to think about this real quick. I am going to be attacking because Covert Surveillance is going to take out the threat from the scheme. Which means I am going to be attacking. Which means I will end up in Assault Suit form. But I want to start in Stealth Suit form. Flip over. Did I reset the life totals? I did reset the life totals. Flip that over. Play Covert Surveillance, moving the counters here. Play out Safe House, which actually I probably should have done in the other order. Let's do it. We did that in the other order, so this isn't a completely dead card. So that there is 1 extra threat here. That doesn't seem like a big break. Okay, then Prism Dust. Okay, so then make a basic attack. This flips over. We'll have these in spirit. Okay, so this might flip over a lot. 10. I don't want to boost it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see a lot of power in the Sky Destroyer. But is that what we want to do? The car is also good. Okay, we'll see where we're at. Okay, so goes back up to 2. Baron Zemo attacks me, and I'm not concerned. So I will. Got a good amount of boost cards. Could just take out half my life right here. You know what? Our life total was never a concern last time. We're just going to take the damage. So for a total of 4. Let's be down to 6. My boost or my encounter card is Divided Loyalties. Side scheme, hinder 1. Okay. Let's see. Well, we're going to put these off to the side. Hinder 1 has an additional cost for a player to attack, thwart, or defend with an ally. That player must spend a resource of any type. Yeah, you're just draining my resources here. Okay. When defeated, remove one secret counter per player from among the board members. Okay, so this comes into play with 4 threat on it, which is a reasonable amount of threat for me to handle. Okay, so I'll move you back down here. I like you better down here. Okay, so with what we're doing here, we don't have any mechanism for thwarting. I would like to get rid of this sooner rather than later. So where I see my turn going here is we can also use this. Do we have? We do not. So I can either remove a counter from here and here, or just play my cards. Is there? Okay, so I can do this. Okay, I like that. Okay, so we're gonna play out the car. Playing with these two. Exhaust Furious car. Remove 1 threat from your suit to ready. Means aerial trait. So I think what I should do is. Do I see myself? Okay, let's also do this before I forget. Move a counter from here. Put 2 damage onto Zemo. I'm okay with the mechanism for removing. I do wish there was one other way to handle this because I feel like you just sort of get caught in this thing where threat gets or secrets get added and you have no way to like interact with them in a way that feels satisfying. But that could just be me. All right, so I'm gonna remove 2 threat. Bump this up. Basic thwart against. Then I'm going to remove 1 and exhaust to ready him, to have him do it again. This is going to remove all of it, put 1 over here. So when defeated, remove 1 secret from each. I feel much better there. Let's not have victory. So that's the side scheme that I almost want to see all the time. Let's see here. So then, that's 6. I feel like I then go to alter ego, flip this over, do this. I feel like healing him up is probably a good idea because I almost don't even need to bother with healing once I'm on the other side. Okay, so on the turn, ready back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, my next turn. I feel like that's going to be important. All right, so we might be able to do this. Okay, so because then we can dedicate this to removing from there, and that might be it. Okay, so let's add. I don't know why I put these away. Put 2 secrets there. Get 2 cards out of here. We have money and security scanner. So now we know that it's not this or this. Okay. I like this. I like that it's around the back of the card. I had not noticed that before. Didn't think it through. Okay, so then put the secrets there. My next turn will be that. I think I'm gonna have, okay, yeah, so I might build out my whole hand next turn, depending on what happens. If I hit that one treachery that messes with me, then that might be a no-go. This goes up to 4. Then, I forget he schemes for base of 3. Okay, so schemes for base of 3, 4. I feel like we kind of got lucky there. It's funny. Scheming for 4 is lucky. My encounter card is Shadow of the Past. Do I have any way of negating this? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Maybe this, if I had that in play, but I just drew it, so it's not even my own bad. Okay, so all right. So we put Orion into play. He has toughness. Put Acquire Infinity Formula in. We put these, shuffle these into the deck. Threat on it. Okay, so remind me what this does. So after Nick Fury takes any amount of damage, give Orion a tough status card. If Orion is starting to play, find him and put him into play engaged with Nick Fury. Has this. Let's just remind ourselves of this. Gotta remember that. Okay, then Orion is a toughness. You can have any number of toughs. Response after Orion takes any amount of damage, give him a tough status card. So we almost want to just take him out immediately, which ironically Spray Fire cannot do. Okay, so then I have a copy of Prison Dust in my hand. I'm going to break his tough and confuse him. I think that's probably for the best. All right, that was a turn. Okay, so now, I suppose actually this can, this can do 6. I don't know why I was thinking differently. Yeah, okay, that might be, I don't, upends everything I wanted to do. Spray Fire, these 3, this, hit that. And heal him up. Flip over. I also need to take this out like immediately, or not take any damage, which I can't really do because I'm going into. I'm not gonna hop out of stealth suit form. Okay, so, okay. Put 2 damage onto Baron Zemo. Put him down to 6. Play Spray Fire. Does that change the cards I want to pay for? Because all of a sudden, yes, it does. Okay, so I can pay for it with anything. Remove 3 threat from the suit to deal 6 to the villain and each minion engaged with me. So that puts Baron Zemo down to 0. We will address that in just a second. That gets rid of Leviathan. It doesn't change this. Okay, Baron Zemo goes down to 0. Goes back up to 12. We remove 3 secret counters from among board member environments. So, I think we clear out both of these. Yeah, that seems the most appropriate. get them all into a safe place. Then, okay, so he's back at 12. Do I remove? I do. I remove one threat to ready Nick Fury back up, to thwart for 2 here, put a threat here. Actually, I should be targeting this one. Let's back up to 4. It's risky, but I feel like if I'm doing everything right, I'm only going to be in this main phase the next turn. So this goes up to 10. We're playing with fire here. Already. Oh, I didn't even. Okay, sorry. That's right. I then need to put out Prism Dust. Okay. Let's say. Then, okay, now we're ending our turn. We're readying back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I could go many ways with this hand. Okay. So we've done that. Then he goes to attack me. I will defend. I take 1. I take 1, which is damage, which brings Orion back out. Do I... So he gets easiest to attack me. So I think it is probably best to Prism Dust, Break the Tough, confuse him again. Then he will... Oh, this is a fancy little circle, isn't it? Because then he hits me for 2. I go down to 7. He gets the tough stats back. You know what? With the fact that he can get as many tough statuses as he wants, breaking one of them is still important. Okay. So then my counter card, which please do not be the villain schemes. Disavowed. Side scheme. Increase the resource. Oh wait. No, I didn't. That was the alliance thing. Okay. Increase the resource cost to play each shield card by 1. When revealed, place 1 threat here for each shield card in play. Oh, just here. Okay. So. Oh, actually, sorry. I skipped over that. So yeah. Oh, okay. So that means that with this, I would have taken damage no matter what card I revealed here. That's its own thing. Okay, so shield we have. So it starts at 2. We got 1, 2 cards. So this goes up to 4. And now, okay. So these are. Oh, I forgot. I didn't do that. Oh no. Okay, wait. That doesn't change anything. That we could have done this last turn. That doesn't change anything that just happened. So I don't feel bad. Wiretap and blackmail, which okay, sorry. That means we have. Okay, so we know that it's medical. And oh, okay. So we have. I accidentally drew the exact. Okay, so we know that it's medical, and we know that it's whatever this is. But I have no context for what the other card is. But that doesn't matter because we should be able to just draw out it next turn anyway. I hope that people do not view that as too much of a break of the rules because that didn't change the game state at all. Okay, so now that we are fighting a doozy here, we can ignore this. We don't need to worry about that. I don't really want to continue on with these. I don't really want to continue on with Orion. And I don't know how we justify all of that. So, real question is, can we just get along without even worrying about Orion? And I feel like that's a stupid thing to do. Take the amount of damage. Okay, so I don't have the watch. That's the last game. He was exhausted because I blocked. Okay, so I could Informant. I And I don't know what the next main scheme starts at, so that might be a dead card. I mean, although preventing any amount of threat is better than nothing. So, do I... Is this what I play out and I keep Maria Hill? I think so. Okay, so... Play out informant. Do covert surveillance. Place the threat onto your site. Otherwise, you may change. Okay, so remove this. Change to stealth suit form. Remove the threat to ready back up. To remove the threat to put it here. Okay, so at least we don't have Ryan running around anymore, or we don't have that threat running around anymore. We are going to get an additional encounter card though. But then this in my hand, we're just going to let it go. We're going to already in stealth suit form. How does this overlap? Okay, so wait. I would have loved for this to be in the FAQ of the actual rules document, but somebody's already run into this question asking, can you confirm how informant interacts with stealth suit? I'll put a link to the Hall of Heroes in the description, but also put the screenshot up here real quick. But basically, informant modifies the target of the minion activation, meaning that an activation still occurs, allowing one threat to be placed on the stealth suit form. It's now been long enough that I stepped away that I sort of like forgot where my head was at here. But okay, so so we're ending the turn. When informant goes off on Orion, I'm going to still get to add threat here. It's just he's going to remove 2 threat from whatever 2B looks like. Move to the end of the turn. So keeping here, doing this. Do we want to change alter ego? I almost see no reason not to. Except for I want to accrue this. Okay, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be very important. Okay, so this allows us to, okay, but I need to be able to play this. Okay, yeah, we'll worry about this when we get to the turn. I put 2 secrets here. Put 2 secrets here. I draw the remaining 2 cards from the shield thing, meaning that we now have everything. We know that the person needed. Yes, we know that it's the shield thing. We know that it's the medical thing. And we know that it is the whatever the bottom thing is. So just so that when I make the accusation, I know precisely what it is. Borrow here, so we know that it's this. We know that it's this. We know that it's this. And I'm going to confirm one more time because I just got these. Okay, yes. Is the shield, is the medical thing, it's this. So we now move to the accusation stage. Toss that away. Accusation. So, when revealed, make an accusation by guessing a means, motive, and opportunity, along with the board member associated with the combination in the campaign log. This board member is accused. So I think it's on the back here. The folder, this, the shield. So it is the tactical medical officer. Sorry, the chief tactical officer. I don't know why I botched that so much. Okay, so we are accusing the chief tactical officer. Accusation on page 19. they correctly guessed all four, the accusation is correct. So, I mean, let's kind of go through the motions here. Yep. Okay. Oh, ideology. Okay. So, let's clear this up. Okay. So, do the following. So then we just advance to stage 3. Okay. Guess after you accuse the wrong board member, place 3 tickets on the accused. Okay. So we then advance. So the entire stage is just here to do the clue thing. Great. All right, so now we've moved on to fighting Zemo. When revealed, flip Baron Zemo to his unmasked side and reset his hit points to the printed hit point value, which is 18 per player. Goes to 18. And find Baron Zemo's sword and attach it to him. Oh, Baron Zemo's sword, okay. Now we're hoping to see some threat on the other side so that all of this was worth something. There is 0 threat on this side. That is just great. Okay. Okay, so we attach the sword to him. The sword gives him +2 attack. Force response. After Baron Zemo attacks and defeats a character, place 1 secret counter on a board member with fuse counters. Hero action, spend punch, 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 or energy, energy, energy. Remove 1 secret from a board member and discard this card. Okay. So we will probably want to get that off of him, but we're definitely going to just try to mad rush him. Having Orion in play is a rough... Oh, wait, actually, Orion will have something to do because he's going to do that. Okay. He's going to scheme. When revealed, the mole... Flip the mole onto its attachment side and attach it to Baron Zemo. Place 1 threat here for each secret counter on each board member attached. Oh, okay. All right, so we were on the tactical officer. Tactical officer. Oh my god. Tactical officer's aid. Board member attached to the villain. Permanent. All right, so hello, audience. This is the editor speaking at this point. So there's a number of things that have gone awry in all of this. In terms of what I can keep track of, in terms of what I've seen just in editing up to this point, I believe I missed a secret counter on one of these, probably onto the tactical officer because she had the least amount of secrets on her. But most importantly, I know going forward, because I recognized this as I was cleaning up the game, I don't ever acknowledge the text on Baron Zemo. That's on me. It's on me as a part of a blind run. It's on me trying to make sure that I'm communicating everything as clearly as possible to an audience, that is just what it is. And mistakes happen all the time. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm perfect or that anyone's perfect. You just accept you're going to make mistakes and you try to uphold the game as much as possible is my kind of general motto for all of this. But what I will say in terms of all of this is that this is not on the designers, but I do think that with everything that happens from the point of making the accusation through to getting back to the game, there's a lot of the game that changes. And my criticism of this scenario at this point would be there's so much that changes all at once that to keep track of all that, especially on a blind run, is a lot to kind of keep track of. Still, that's on me. I'm the player. I'm supposed to be maintaining the game state as much as possible. But when, I guess, from my perspective, looking at this now, because I knew I'd made a mistake, but from looking at it now, I think that when you change the board, when 4 or 5 cards change their purpose in the game, that might be too much to change all at once. And on a replay, I will catch all of this. I'm playing this with somebody tonight. I'll probably catch all of this. I'll be like, hey, we made it past the accusation. Just be aware. Baron Zemo has changed. There's this additional text. Add secret counters, what have you. This is just a lot. So I'm going to get us back to where we were. I already cut out 2 minutes of this episode as I was just trying to cut through everything during the accusation phase. So we've lost no time at this point. You're getting the full real-time experience that I had. Mistakes happen. You try to maintain the game state as much as possible, and let's get back to the game. After a secret counter is placed here, deal 2 damage to a friendly character. Okay, so it's just the exact opposite. Okay, so for the remainder of the game, he's going to have a baseline of 3 attack. Right now he has 5, and whenever a secret is placed here, we deal 2 damage to a friendly character. Great. Okay, so then there were... Okay, so there already is a secret here, because they can gain secrets. I suppose I do have a way of getting with this. Okay, this is very complicated. Okay, so let's start with 5. 5 of 12. Okay. So all that work, I feel like that was like 10 minutes of stuff just to get to this point. All right, so that was just us moving into the villain phase. Oh boy. Okay, so this goes up by 2. Goes to 7 of 12. This could just end us right here. So we are going to... so we're in stealth suit form. Nick Fury is going to do the stealth suit form thing. So he's now scheming at a base of 3. Lord help me. That's another 5. All right, so we go. Oh, we just scheme out because I have. Oh wait, no, we don't. Sorry, I almost flying by the seat of my pants there. Okay, because one of it goes here. That saved our lives. Orion goes to scheme. I'm going to informant him. He's going to scheme for 2. Or sorry, he's going to 1. People looked at the rules, so 1's going to get added here. 2 is going to get removed from here. Oh my gosh, stealth suit form saved me there. Yeah, actually, if I had gone to alter ego, I would have just lost. But I kind of knew that. All right, so that is all the activations. I get 2 boost cards. This will be one of them. My bad. Okay, so we get a shield trooper, which I think we've played against last game. Patrol and vulnerable. And the engaged player discards when defeated. Okay, that's when defeated, we have to discard a shield thing. My other thing is the villain attacks. And I don't out and out lose. Okay, so scheming at a baseline of 3. One of it's going to go here. So just 3. So 2 gets added here. 1 gets added here. We are at 11. Oh, wow. We are at 11. Although, to be fair, those could have been attacks, and that would have been really bad. All right, now we get to take a turn. What a turn it will be. Put those away. All right, so what? This feels hyper important, but I almost don't even know if it's worth it. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I could do this to remove 2 threats from a scheme. I am in stealth suit form. I don't have any attacks. I feel like I'm not making any attacks this turn. What I should do, though, is pay... Oh, no! I don't want to lose... I don't want to lose under surveillance. I feel like I have so many other things that I need to do. That's add under surveillance at this point feels like it's just like elongating the game, but it's not helping to resolve the problem. So Remove one secret from a board member environment and discard this card. At this point, removing counters from the board members, I guess the only thing is it's preventing them from flipping over, but I'm not like gaining a benefit from it. But I don't need him attacking me for that much. I also feel like I'm just going to have him be scheming a lot. Because until I'm ready to like really take the shots at him, I'm not really prepared to be having him attack me. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out informant. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to put out under surveillance. Like I said, all that might be doing is just elongating my problems and not fixing anything. But we can inform it again and have Orion remove threat. So we'll remove 2, put this down to 9. 1 threat will go here. Ready him back up. I will remove 2 more. Put 1 threat there. I will end the turn. You know, in my article, I said that Nick Fury was a series of correct decisions. And that's how this feels right now. This feels like it's gonna, if I win, it's going to be from a series of correct decisions. One, 2, 3. Okay, so I might have 1 concealed fire in my deck. I don't think I have a spread fire though. Okay, so it's up to 3 of that threat. Okay, we're at 5, so this is only going to get 1 more, which is fine. Okay, so this goes up to 4. Actually, that goes up to 9 of 14. He schemes for 3. 4. So 3 gets added here. 1 gets added here. We're not adding any more threat from this ability. Orion goes to scheme, turn it into informant stuff. Goes down, you scheme for 0. Counter cards. Arrest warrant, obligation, shield, alter ego action, exhaust your identity or 1 shield card you control. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a shield minion and reveal it. Discard this card. Woof. Okay, so that's an interesting obligation. Plus acceleration icon. And not that it matters, but informant. So I might have 1 more. I do have 1 more informant in my deck. Is it in my hand? It is not. Okay. Last card is Aim Intelligence. Place 1 secret counter on each board member. You may spend mental resources. So I feel like I definitely want to prevent that one. Decisions. I do not have my watch. I think I need to keep. So I'll pay here. So only 1 secret gets added. And that secret will be on the medical officer. That secret will be on the surveillance officer. because I can see myself needing that. Okay, so then, oh boy. Oh, and sight 1. Oh boy. Okay, so we're up to 11 again. 11 of is it 16? 11 of 16. Definitely want to go to alter ego this turn. And I can definitely just exhaust this. Okay, so it's eye patch camera or counterintelligence thing to do. Let's do eye patch camera, because that will add to this. I suppose it doesn't matter because I'm going to alter ego this turn. So I should remove 2. This moves here. This would have been like a year ago now, but like this reminds me of a Deadpool game I played where it was just a matter of keeping the main scheme in check. Oh, increase the cost to play each shield card. I don't think I've played any shield cards. No, I haven't. Okay, so let's remove 1 threat to ready him back up. I don't want to do this. I'd like to break the tough. Do I just swing for 5 at Baron Zemo though? Okay, so I shouldn't do that because on the other side, everyone's going to scheme. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 base. Probably more. I don't know that I can get rid of case, but the problem is that this then counts for a base of I'm gaining 8 threat. I don't have, this is a hero interrupt, I don't have any informants right now to block what he's doing. So I need to do another 2 here. And add another 1 here. Place 1. I suppose it doesn't matter because this only takes 1 threat from that activation if there's less than a certain amount of stuff here. This does help. If any amount we place 3 of that threat on your salt suit account instead. So at this point we are looking at base of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I can basically block the base 3 here, which means that we're really looking at a baseline of 5. So if he schemes, well, okay, okay, we're gonna keep going. The eye patch camera is basically gonna just blank his base scheming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to be honest, I don't feel like any, I mean, what this does is it allows me to hit that. Yeah, this is, ooh, I feel like we're a dead man walking right now. Okay, so this gets 3. He schemes for a base of 3. Okay, so we're gonna take all of his scheming. We're gonna put it onto the stealth suit. There's that. He schemes for 2, which this was already at 10. He schemes for 2. That makes it 12. He schemed for nothing. I hope I did that right. Hope I did that right. Counter cards are... He attacks me, which means that he schemes. Oh, this goes away. He needs to scheme for a base of 0. He needs to get 0 boost icons. 1. Okay, so yep, that's it. My other card is might makes right. Okay, so yep, I think this is a cool scenario. I can totally get with it. I think that it needs. I think solo this is a little difficult. Granted, this started at 5 and he schemed for 5 instantly. That was a rough start to that. I think if I had a little bit better thwarting, it'd be a different story. But yeah, I think this is a cool scenario. I think there's a lot going on, and I think that maybe this might be something that is better for multiplayer, when you can have someone dedicated to dealing damage. You can have someone dedicated to removing threat. I mean, obviously Nick here is pretty dedicated to removing threat, but I feel like he just can't get over the mountain. And I also think that for this scenario, having ways to generate, like, not exactly Nova, but I think Nova would be really good here because he has so many Nova and Domino. In fact, I bet my Domino playthrough will be very good here. Having the ability to just sort of like throw 2 cards at removing something here and doing something seems really good. But that's just my kind of armchair analysis right here, doing a kind of Monday morning quarterback on the scenario. But interesting scenario. Not my favorite. Thunderbolts was my favorite. But we have now run super, super long. That's okay. This is really cool, and I'm happy that I did this. I'm happy that I played this all blind with the hero, with Nick Fury, and not augmented the deck too much. Tried to play it the way that Fantasy Flight kind of intends for you to play it. Obviously, I made a couple updates just because I felt like I was tripping over some of the cards. But anyway, this was fun. I will try. I'm going to do more of this, even though the views aren't there necessarily. But when I think about it, I'm kind of doing this for myself, and I think that's what's important. So I'll catch you all later. Have a great day. Goodbye.